My Wizards are fighting for a play-in spot. We're the 11th seed, 2 games out behind Chicago Bulls, but goddamn did we beat the hell out of the Boston Celtics tonight, 130 to 111. And what we're going to talk about tonight, first off, Corey Kispert over the last few games has been on fire. I just want to say that, like, shooting-wise, but Deni Avdija and Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps is staying. Kyle Kuzma is staying. Monte Morris had a great game, but Kristaps and Deni Avdija both had a double-double. And, dude, Kristaps having the best passing season of his career. And for me, Deni, look, it's going to work out with Deni. Even if you don't believe it, it's going to work out. Off the bench, shout out Kendrick Nunn tonight. And, there was a few guys out. Let's just talk about this game as a whole real quickly. This team was a bit shorthanded. And the 32 points and 13 rebounds from Kristaps Porzingis was what we needed as we were trying to make the play-in. Kyle Kuzma out with a right ankle sprain and left knee soreness for Bradley Beal. 2.5 games away from the Bulls for the final play-in spot. Washington has 6 games left. And then we also had my man Deni Avdija match a career-high 25 points. Now let's talk about this team. First off, Deni Avdija over the last 10 games been averaging 9.6 points, shooting at 35.5% from 3 and 47% from the field. All right. And since the All-Star break, he's actually been shooting like almost 34% from 3. And, the month of February was his best scoring month with almost 11 points a game, and he was averaging 8 rebounds and 2 assists and a steal a night. So that was a really good month for him, while Kristaps Porzingis over the last 9 games has been averaging 24 points. And since the All-Star break, 24 points with about 3 assists, 7.5 rebounds, and almost 2 blocks. Again, Kristaps Porzingis arguably having the best season of his career. But let's just talk about this team as a whole. So Deni Avdija is this promising young basketball player who we've been waiting to break out since he was drafted by the Wizards in 2020. We know that he was criminally misutilized by Scott Brooks, and then he got hurt at the end of his season. And at only 22 years old, he has shown great potential as a player and has already shown flashes and has started to establish himself as a cornerstone of the Wizards' future. And we'll explain why I believe Deni Avdija is going to be a good player and why he, along with Kristaps Porzingis and Kyle Kuzma, pair well with Bradley Beal for the Washington Wizards. First and foremost, Deni Avdija has a lot of raw talent and potential as a basketball player. He was one of the top prospects in the 2020 NBA draft, and he was compared to Luka Doncic. And we've already seen the glimpses of him on the court. He's a versatile player, can play multiple positions, defend multiple positions, and that's a valuable asset. 6'9", and he's a guy who weighs about 215 pounds. He's listed now at 210. He's a good ball handler for a wing, great passer. He's that connector that teams need, the hockey assister. And he's starting to show flashes of a jump shot. It just needs to become reliable, which will be important for his game to take to the next level. And one of the reasons why I believe Deni Avdija is going to be a good NBA player is his work ethic and dedication to the game. He spent this past offseason with basketball trainer god Drew Hanel, or whatever you call him. Avdija grew up playing in Israel, where he was known for his competitive and work ethic, and he's shown that willingness to learn and improve since joining the NBA. He's working with the shooting coaches and the trainers to improve his jump shot and his offensive game while working on his strength and conditioning, but he's dedicated to improving his defense. And the other reason why I believe Deni Avdija is going to be a good player is that basketball IQ, the court vision. Avdija has this great understanding of the game and ability to read defenses, make smart decisions with the ball. He's a great passer who can make plays for his teammates and has a good sense of spacing and positioning on the court. The basketball IQ is a valuable asset as the Wizards continue to wanting to build a competitive team around Bradley Beal. Now let's talk about Deni Avdija, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kyle Kuzma pairing well with Bradley Beal for the Washington Wizards. As we know, Bradley Beal is one of the best shooting guards in the NBA. He's the centerpiece of the Wizards' offense. Beal is a scoring machine who can create his own shot, get to the rim with ease. Though the Wizards have struggled to put a competitive team around Beal over the last few seasons, which has led to losing seasons. Deni Avdija, Porzingis, Kuzma all have different skill sets that can complement Beal's game. Avdija being the versatile player who can play multiple positions, which means he can take some of the pressure off of Beal as, a secondary ball handler and playmaker. Avdija's court vision and passing ability also means that he can create and score opportunities for Beal and other teammates. Kristaps Porzingis is a skilled big man who can stretch the floor with his shooting ability and also be a secondary scorer while also being a rim protector. 7'3" guy who can play power forward next to Daniel Gafford or be the center and have Kuzma next to him. which will create space for Beal to operate and get to the rim. And we know Kuzma's this versatile player, can guard and play multiple positions, and has one of the best all-around games. And I think that's a big part of this. So yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, all right, on what do you guys think of this Wizards team. If you guys agree with me, this is a good sign. So they're going to stay. I want to hear your thoughts.